Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel Webonsky. Today's topic is how to create a VM from a disk or virtual hard disk in Azure. There are several ways to create a VM from disk. Like one is I assume that you already have a VHD created previously, and just you need to click on that VHD and you will see an option of creating a VM on the top bar. You will just need to click on that link and it will prompt a form asking you to fill up all the necessary informations for a VM, like VM name, resource group, and its region, and many other required informations to fill. So the other way is, suppose you already have a VM running and you want to create a clone of that VM. So what are the steps? So the other step is by creating a snapshot of your virtual machine using OS disk of that virtual machine. So after creating the snapshot, you will need to create a managed disk from that snapshot, and then you will get a managed disk, and you will just need to click on that disk and you will get the same option of creating a VM of that using that virtual hard disk or disk. So the disk you use to create a VM, this disk becomes an OS disk of that VM you just created by using this virtual hard disk or disk. Okay, so we now know that the two ways to create a VM from a disk. So the other way is you can create an Azure VM from an on-premises VHD by uploading the on-premises VHD and attaching it to a new VM. You use PowerShell or any other tool to upload the VHD to a storage account, and then you can create a managed disk from the VHD. So we got three ways to create a VM from VHD. Important things to note here: when you create a, a VM from a disk, so the disk informations like what machine information will remain same in all the machines you create from that VHD or from that VM. So in order to avoid any conflict, maybe in future you will use some application and would require to use the host name, so it will get a conflict if all those machines reside in the same network, and then there will be a conflict of the virtual machine name and you may face some problem regarding because of those identical informations available in all the machines, like host name, CMID, and many other things can be there. So the best way, when you want to create a lot of virtual machines from a prototype kind of stuff, so the best way will be to create an image of the VM and then use that generic VM to create additional virtual machines in your organization. That will be a best way to do that if you want to create a lot of virtual machines. But if you have only requirement of one or two virtual machines, then you can go follow the steps of creating VM from the virtual hard disk by creating a snapshot or whatever you the way you want to go with. These are the steps that you can follow to create a VM from a disk. You need to go all services. So you will need to log in your Azure portal and then go to all services, search for disks, and choose the particular disk you want to use for creating a new VM. Before creating a new VM from the disk, make sure its status is listed as unattached. It means the disk should not be used in any other virtual machine. So when you click on that particular disk, you will see an option of create a VM. You just need to click on this link, and then it will ask to fill different informations like virtual machine name, its resource group, and then you will see an option to choose the size of the virtual machine. So all of these will need to enter, but if you want to go with the default size, you don't need to choose any other. Further, there are some other information like networking stuffs. You can create a new resources for this virtual machine, or create or use the existing virtual network security group, etc. So in the last step, you will see a review plus create, and you can review all the informations you filled in the form, and if you find everything correct, just create it. So these are the steps to create a virtual machine from a virtual hard disk. If you find any problem while creating it, you can just comment in the below of the video, so I can guide you or help you how you can go and follow the steps. I hope you find this video helpful. Please like and subscribe my channel.